Tabor Talk. So I'm just going to do a follow-up. I just did a video earlier, a 2-minute video on how Republicans and conservatives, libertarians are all waiting for their stimulus check on the nanny state. And it's like, hey, it takes a pandemic to say, hey, you know what? This could happen to anybody, like there are, I had the numbers here, was it 553,000 homeless people, 44 million people in this country without health insurance. And, basically, hey, maybe we should be more mindful of this, maybe care for people who are less fortunate than us. Like I talk to some conservatives and libertarians, like, I hear this, oh, those fucking homeless people, fuck them, they're on drugs, fuck them. And I go, well, there's that. There's a high percentage of people who are substance abuse, alcoholics, and the biggest one is mental illness. And if you look at the numbers, like how many people have fallen on hard times, like just regular hardworking people, they lose their job. I don't know what the number is. It's something like 30%, maybe less than that. And it is true. A lot of the people are mentally ill, substance abuse, and people are just not smart. So I say to these Republicans, okay, yeah, you have a job and you're doing okay. You have health insurance, and so what are you going to do with these people who are maybe less intelligent than you? Stupid. Like, do you want to just get rid of stupid people? What do you do with them? People, schizophrenics, people with mental problems, and how about just stupid fucking people? People who just are dumb. So fuck them. You can't have a life because you're stupid. It's just so mean and cruel and stupid. And this is what I've noticed. This will kind of be the thrust of this particular video. The people who are most strident about "fuck you, loser," homeless people are usually the guys who are just making it. The guys who are lucky. They're not super rich or wealthy. They kind of got a break, and yeah, they worked hard, and now they're doing fine. Those people are the most obnoxious. It's been my experience that the very wealthy people who are well educated, really smart guys, they're more open to helping people who are less fortunate. They don't have this fucking horrible, obnoxious arrogance about them. And, it just stands to reason. It makes sense why they're successful, because they're smart, right? They're smart. And, usually people who are really high up, they're sensible. You wouldn't be that rich or wealthy if you weren't sensible and reasonable. Now we have a president who behaves like those marginal people, or the people who are just above average. Like these, I'm thinking of I have two friends in mine who are, I went to school with them, and they just barely they got lucky, and now they're middle class, and they're doing fine. They're the most strident, like, fuck the homeless, and fuck them, losers, they're probably, and it's so funny when you think, like, hey, dude, like, what if you had a stroke? Like, you're 30 years old, and you had a stroke, and your wife left you, and you're drooling on yourself, and you don't have a job, and you end up on the street. Listen, man, it could happen to anybody, right? And it's so interesting, bringing it back again to Trump. Here's a guy who's had every advantage in life, every possible advantage in life, and he's always complaining. Like, dude, you didn't have to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. You're a fucking billionaire. Your father. You don't have to worry about how average people live. That's what makes it so gross. But yet he appeals to a lot of small business owners. I notice that blue collar guys like roofers, construction guys, plumbers, they're the most obnoxious. And they have this thing about people who are educated, well educated, and read books. They have this thing on here, chip on their shoulder. And I know them, and they're like, I know this guy who has like a pesticide company, and he's doing okay, and it's good, but it's like he's so fucking insecure about people who are educated, and he's horrible. Like, oh, they're lazy and nanny state. I go, dude, man, you're fucking lucky. Like, good, I'm glad you worked hard and you're able to start your little small business, but man, could have gone the other way easily. You understand that? So people, come on. Be kinder. And by the way, let me just end it here. Even if, let's just say you are a selfish prick, I don't think it's prudent to say fuck all these people. You know, like, do you think it's smart to just, like, I don't know, what are you going to do with the homeless people or the stupid people? What are you going to do with stupid people? Just get rid of them? Do you think it's prudent, right? And you know what? I'm going to do another video on UBI, Universal Basic Income, where you know, libertarians, conservatives, Republicans can't stand that. You know, Andrew Yang was the proponent of this. And okay, so let me end it here. It's 5 minutes. This is just a follow-up, all right? Good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience. Peace, love, and understanding here on Tabor Talk.